25 years. She has a master's degree in psychology, so she's going to be checking y'all out. No, I'm just kidding. No, she's not. She's not really. And then her husband, Michael Jude, he has been an entrepreneur all of his life. He's owned many businesses prior to being in this company with LifeForce. He has he was a professor of economics at a college. He also has held public office. And so he's been with LifeForce. Both of them have been with LifeForce for 15 years. And they both hold the prestigious title within LifeForce called Crown Diamond. And for you guests, you probably don't know what that means, but you can probably figure it out. Crowns and diamonds, doesn't that sound like big checks or lots of success? And that's what they are. They're extremely successful within our company and the top income earners of the company of LifeForce. Then we have David Collister, who is fairly new to our company, and we're so blessed to have him with us. He's a 30-year veteran of this industry, and he did so well in the beginning, just starting out like Robert and I, and some of you that are starting out your own businesses. He started out with nothing and built a downline of over 150,000 people. Now for you guests, you might not know what the word downline means, but let me just ask you this. If you were getting paid on the efforts of 150,000 people, do you think that might be a nice check? Okay, so that's what he did. He learned how to put leverage to use for him. He did it so well that the company he was working for said, would you mind coming and showing us on the corporate level what you're doing with your team, because we'd like to incorporate it company-wide. So he came and did that for them, went onto the corporate side. And then other companies said, wow, what's he doing over there? We want him over here. So for the last 20 years, he's been a consultant going into companies and helping them turn around. And so LifeForce brought him on as a consultant just 2 years ago, was it, David, or a year and a half? Not even? And so he came in, he put some really amazing systems into place for us. How many of you have gotten the sample bottle of Body Balance yet? Anybody get a sample bottle? That was David's idea, plus many other things. And so how many of you know that if you get 3 people to order, you get yours free? You like that idea? How would you like that with weight loss? Anyone want that with weight loss? David's idea. So anyway, so the company offered him a CEO position, and he said, no thank you. The real money's in the field doing what we're doing. So he turned down a very lucrative CEO position and came into the field with you and I and started with nothing, and he's going to build from nothing and start from scratch. So if some of you are sitting there saying, oh, well, that guy's got it lucky. He comes in with a downline of 150,000. No, he doesn't. He is starting out as an A3 like everybody. Right, David?
Yes.
So he is here to tell you some of his experience and what he's been able to do with this industry and what the power of the industry is. So without any further ado, we're going to bring Christa up first, and we're going to go ahead and get started.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming out this morning. Really appreciate it. It's the weekend.
Yay.
Yay. How many people are guests here today? Can you put your hands up so I can guess you're a guest? Yeah, there's a few people. Okay, well thank you, especially thank you to you people for coming here. We really, really appreciate your willingness to come have a listen to what we're all about, because it is certainly a very exciting opportunity for all of us. As Lydia said, my husband and I have been involved with this company called LifeForce International for 15 years. We're in our 15th year. And it has been the most extraordinary choice we have ever made in our lives. It's totally changed our life. When we started with LifeForce, we, like a lot of other people, we'd been searching for something. And when we found LifeForce, we had part-time jobs, we had $52,000 of credit card debt, and no way out. And so for us, this was an extraordinary opportunity for us to completely change our life. And at the same time, be able to offer that same opportunity to an unlimited number of people. And that is the beautiful thing about this. Every dollar we make is because somebody's life out there has been changed. I wake up every morning knowing that. It's amazing. And the other beautiful thing is we work together as a community, as a team. So we support each other. It's a very, very different way of doing business than most of us are used to. And it's all based on an extraordinary range of wellness products. My background, as Lydia said, is as a healthcare practitioner. I've been in that field for almost 40 years. And I had been looking for something for a long time that I could offer my clients as a foundation. Because one of the things I learned over time is that there were a lot of things missing for us. I wasn't quite sure what it was, but I knew we were not getting what we needed to be healthy, because I worked with a lot of people who took a lot of stuff, a lot of supplements, a lot of different things, and yet they were still sick. It wasn't working. Whatever they were doing was not working. And so I went on this search, I went on this journey to look for, what is it? What's missing? Why is this stuff not working? It looks good. And eventually, when we were introduced to Life Force, I was introduced to this product called Body Balance. Is there anyone who has not tried Body Balance yet? I know you haven't tried it yet. Anybody else not tried Body Balance? Yeah, a couple of people? Okay. Okay, thank you for putting your hand up. So there's a few people here who haven't tried it yet. It is probably the most amazing product I have yet found on the market. And after 15 years, I am just as enthusiastic about it as I was, maybe even more so than I was 15 years ago, because I've seen consistently what it's done for people over this time. And what I started to understand was, here's the missing link. This is what's missing. And Body Balance is so simple. Aloe vera, everybody knows the healing power of aloe, right? So aloe vera, you take that every single day, you know what it's doing to your body? It's amazing. And seaweed. One of the things that we know is that the plants that we eat as vegetables and fruits now, they don't contain what they used to 50 years ago, because our soils have become so depleted over time. And so even if we eat really good food, we're still not getting what our bodies need. And where does all that topsoil wash down into eventually? The ocean, right? So all the goodness is in the ocean. And seaweed contains an extraordinary array of nutrients. And one of the key families of nutrients that are missing for all of us are minerals. And that's what seaweed is very, very rich in. And that is our foundation. Because without those minerals, you can put 1,000,000 supplements in your body, and your body doesn't know how to use it. Because the minerals are the key. That's what our bodies need to be able to use all the other stuff. That's why all these other things were not working. So I was very excited. I got very excited when I found Body Balance. And Michael and I actually spent 3 months researching the company, trialing the product, because we knew if we committed to something, that was our commitment. And we did not want to commit to something that we weren't sure about, something that we couldn't feel absolute, true integrity when we went to offer it to people we loved and cared about. We had to know we were offering something truly wonderful that was not going to go away next week, that stood on a very, very, very solid foundation. Lydia happened to mention that this company's been around 28 years. There's not a lot of companies that hang around that long. 28 years. It didn't always share its products like they do now. For the first 13 years the company was in business, they only sold their products to doctors and healthcare practitioners. So the only way you used to be able to get this product was if your doctor recommended it to you. So it's got a long and very, very strong and stable history. They decided that at one stage, you know what? This is something everybody needs, not just somebody that walks into a doctor's office. We all need this. So how can we get it out to the rest of the public? And that's how we ended up with this extraordinary model called network marketing. So I think that for me, this is something that I've used every day for 15 years. I know when I first started using Body Balance, I thought I was pretty healthy. I had a few things going on in my body, but you know, overall I was pretty healthy. I had no idea. I had no idea that there was a level of health so far beyond where I was 15 years ago. It's amazing. This is the foundation of my life that I put in my body every single day, and I would not be without it. And my quality of life has soared. And I know there's even more that I haven't even experienced yet. Because the longer you do this, the more your body regenerates, the more vitality it gets, the stronger your immune system gets. I mean, it's amazing. And it's not rocket science. It's so simple. You know, this body is extraordinary. And all it needs are the tools to make it work properly. That's it. Simple. Simple, simple. This body was designed to heal itself. You know, when you cut yourself, you can watch it heal. It does it inside as well, but it needs the tools to do it with. And that's what we've been missing until now. So this product is an amazing gift to humanity. It truly is. And we have seen A to Z, you name it, what people have got in their lives, and this product has been able to support the body to help whatever it is going on either diminish or disappear. So as a company, they're committed to bringing out the best. And I love that. I love the integrity of this company. After 15 years, I still can't fault it. From the top down. And they're always looking forward. And one of the things that we know now is that we have an epidemic on our hands, and it's called obesity. An absolute epidemic. I was reading something just last week from one of the health councils, I can't remember, and they're estimating that over a third, and they're saying that this is a conservative estimate, over a third of the population in this country is pre-diabetic. That's an extraordinary amount of people. We need this product I'm about to tell you about like nothing else. Well, not like nothing else. We've got Body Balance. We need that, right? But on top of that, we need this, right? Because, you know, there's a lot of people out there who may not be willing to look at seaweed and aloe vera. Yeah? I mean, if they understood what it was, they would grab it with both hands. But not everybody understands that. But how many people do you know who want to lose weight? Yeah? You know somebody who wants to lose weight? And will they do whatever they need to do to lose that weight? Absolutely. And if it was something so simple as taking some products, I mean, it's a no-brainer. So let me show you what we're about to come out with. It's called, let me step out of the way here. It's called BeNEW. And, okay, so it's called BeNEW. And this is a program that the company has developed. It's still in its development stages. It's almost ready. So this is going to be released in the new year, right after the holiday season, when everybody needs it, right? Yeah. And there are a couple of components to this program. So I'm going to go through them so that you get a little overview of what it's all about. We have had a test group of people who have been beta testing the products. And Jim is a personal friend of some of us in the room here. 17 pounds in 3 weeks. And these are all people who've done not a lot of other things differently, except take this product. The company chose about 100 people to do this beta test, and they chose people from all age ranges, from young people to elderly people. They chose people who were extremely obese, right down to people my size, everybody in between, people from many different walks of life, people who eat a very healthy diet, people who don't, because they wanted to get an across-the-board result of what this product would really do for a general population. And across the board, there's been extraordinary results. And the wonderful thing is, the results are healthy results. These are not lose weight and then it all bounces back again and your poor metabolism goes into overload. This is not about that. This is healthy, wonderful, this is the way you're supposed to do it, losing weight. Yeah? So, 17 pounds in 3 weeks. Ted lost 3 pounds in 3 weeks.
12.
I'm sorry, 12 pounds in 3 weeks. I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Okay, Susie, who I know really well, 11 pounds in 3 weeks. Bob lost 19 pounds in 3 weeks.
Wow.
He did no exercise, nothing different. Look at the difference. It's amazing. Ian lost 42 pounds. Now, Ian's been on it a little bit longer. 42 pounds in 90 days. He looks like an entirely different human being.
Joking, boy. Body balance.
It's just extraordinary. And we have so many people with very, very similar stories, right? Now, here's Michaela, who's very young. She's, I think, 21. 12 pounds in 3 weeks. And to hear these people's stories, you know, what it felt like for them before and after, and their lack of confidence and self-esteem, and suddenly they feel proud of themselves, they feel happy, they feel more confident. I mean, it's changing people's lives. So one of the things that I just want to segue into right now is there are some people in this room who have been part of that beta test. And I would love if a couple of you were willing to come up and just share a little testimony about your experience and how that's been for you.
I have you already lined up, so Dari, where's Dari? And Bert. And John, I know I'm going to ask you, but I'm going to have you talk too because your story is pretty incredible.
Okay.
So.
Thank you. Right, too. I get up there, right?
Yeah. The fact is you're rich. Not anymore. You got your visual aid also.
Great.
I told him to bring their visual aid.
Yeah, so when I was at convention and they announced that they were doing this beta testing and that some people were going to get on this before everybody else, I was like, well, if John's doing it, I got to do it. So that was my big thought. I stayed pretty healthy. I didn't realize how unhealthy I was. I knew I wasn't where I wanted to be. Have kids and a business, and it keeps me kind of stepping. But anyhow, I got on this test, and in the first month, it was 15 pounds that I lost. The first week was like 6.5 pounds. But ultimately, my goal was to get back to that athletic college weight where I can move and bend and twist and into martial arts. And man, I tell you, it's amazing what it feels like not to carry an extra 15, 20 pounds around. And I didn't think it was that much, but I got a family picture from just a month and a half ago, and it's not the picture that I have in my head. So I don't know who that dude was, but it wasn't that guy sitting beside my wife. So anyhow, these are my jeans. They were comfy jeans. They fit really well, and it's only 15 pounds, but that's ridiculous. I mean, that's what was on me that shouldn't have been on me. And I realized, Robert, every time I come to a training, remember, I would be sleeping, trying to stay awake, and I thought I was just overworked, and I was just over heavy. I was exhausted from carrying that junk around. So it's cool stuff.
Okay, I was supposed to bring a visual aid, and I didn't think I had one, so I thought I'd bring the shaker cup that's free if you order the kit pre-order. And this is actually the best shaker cup I've ever had. It has this like little wire thing in here, and it actually screws on so the lid doesn't pop out. And I have really enjoyed this because I've been on so many different weight loss programs, and I'm always up and down yo-yo since age 35 and 4 kids. I was 111 on my wedding day and 116 when I was 3 months pregnant with my first child. But I haven't seen those weights in a long time, and I still have a long way to go to get there. But it's been a yo-yo. And this shaker cup has made such a big difference because it is so quick and easy, and I'm always in a hurry to shake up, to mix up these shakes. I don't have to mix up with a blender like I had to before and put all these ingredients in. It's so tasty, the meal replacement. Now, I was supposed to bring, this morning when I decided, I gotta get dressed for this thing, I didn't know what to wear, and I found this in my closet. And this is an emotional story because my daughter and I, Destiny, a month ago, it was the first week that I started this test, which was October 22nd, we were volunteering at a nonprofit organization in a thrift shop. And we were in this room for the whole day sorting through clothes that had been donated. And she was sorting the clothes, and she held this up, and she says, "Mom, you need to get this." And I held it up, and I was like, "No way, that is not going to fit me." She goes, "But you're on this beta test thing, so maybe it'll fit you." I'm looking at it, it's like, okay, yes, it'll fit me by spring, maybe if I, stick it out. And so, what I had to lose, it's second-handed, $6. It's, helping a nonprofit organization. So I thought, okay, sure, I'll gamble with this, but I knew it wouldn't fit me. I actually tried it on, and it did not. It was just a little snug, but I thought maybe by spring. So today I see this in my closet, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to put this on just out of curiosity. And it fits! Yay! Then I had the challenge of, okay, now I need to get some black pants. So I put my favorite pair of black pants on, and there's about 4 inches to spare right here. This is after 1 month, okay? I was like, okay, I can't wear these, or too baggy. So I tried on 4 pair of black pants. None of them worked well. These are faded. The hem is coming out. They're clinging to me, and I'm like, I can't wear these. These are the only ones that fit, but I can't wear these, to stand up with the hem coming out, and they're all faded and they're ugly. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it. They're 2 sizes less than my favorite pair of black pants. Love it.
6 months ago, I married that beautiful woman back there. And,
Wow.
So as we're getting ready, straight up, honey, as we're getting ready for this, and I had a little ramp up time, like 5 years to get ready for this. So. I had to go out and buy a new suit because even though I lived in suits for the last 25 years, none of them fit anymore. And the worst part was it was a 42-inch waist. I've never been a 42-inch waist. And Daryl, you made a good point. You look at these pictures and you're like, who is that? And if you look at the picture here of Ian, I saw that last week for the first time. The man looks 20 years younger. He looks amazing. Well, same image. I mean, you use the words I have in my head that I look at these pictures and the image that I have, and I walk past him and I go, who is that fat old guy? It's me. So wedding pictures come back, and here I notice that I'm pulling people in front of me the whole time. I've got my jacket pulled over, trying to drape to make myself feel better. On our honeymoon, she's in a bikini, and kind of got beach towels. Trying to, and I did not realize how my self-image and the reality did not mix. So I stood up here Thursday night with my 42-inch pants. Now, unlike Bert, who wears old clothes, these are 36s and these are brand new. I'm into my middle of 5th week. We just started our 5th week here, and I was in this thing for 2 weeks before Daryl told me I wasn't doing it right, that I should try exercising a little bit. But I had already shed 7, 8, 9 pounds, and I like the idea of going to the gym. I don't like actually doing anything there. There's a coffee shop, so it's I went to the gym. I actually look forward to going. So getting something done because I'm so pleased. So thank you.
So these are just a few of a lot of very extraordinary testimonials, and we've just started, like you hear. This is just a few weeks. It's not very long. So what I'd like to do is just very quickly show you what this program is. Because it's something so simple, anyone can do it. There's another photo. That's our wonderful friend Alex from corporate, who looks very different now. He was here actually and had to leave very early this morning. So
He's lost 27 pounds.
He's lost 27 pounds.
And he took that stuff.
Yeah.
And he took this stuff.
That's how he did it.
That's how he did it. Yay. So the program itself is divided into some sections. The core of the program are these products, 3 products. The core of the 3 products is this one. So this is called Be Lean. Can you see over me?
Yeah,
There? No,
you could.
you can't. Okay. This is called Be Lean. And this is what's called a metabolism booster. And this product does a number of different things. There's some really, really powerful ingredients in this product. Green coffee bean extract. How many people have heard of green coffee bean extract? A few people. Green coffee bean extract is starting to become very excitedly popular right now as like the biggest weight loss thing that's been discovered in a very long time. This is very different to drinking a cup of coffee. Very different. When coffee beans are roasted, most of what we call phytonutrients, the things that really do the good stuff, are roasted out of it. They disappear. So this is the green coffee bean extract, and as you can see there, when we eat food, a lot of things happen in our body. One of the things that happens in our body is that we absorb, hopefully, nutrients from our food. Those nutrients get converted into energy and into things that our bodies need. One of the things we absorb is fat, right? When people are trying to lose weight, they don't really want to absorb a whole heap of fat. And so one of the things that green coffee bean does is it slows down the body's ability to absorb fat. That's one of the many, it does a lot of things. That's one. Another thing that it does is, and this is a really, really key and important piece, is that it stops something called postprandial glucose spikes. What that means is after you eat, your body gets a spike of glucose into your bloodstream. The bigger the meal, the bigger the spike. There are enzymes in the body that contribute to that process, that facilitate that process. And green coffee bean extract stops that enzyme from doing that. Because what happens is that you end up getting these sugar surges. How many of you know the feeling of you eat a meal, it's great, but a little while later you feel really tired? Yeah? That's your blood sugar, right? Your body surges this glucose into your body, and then it drops just as suddenly, and you feel tired. And what happens with a lot of people is they try to overcome that by eating something else to give them more energy. Yeah? And so you start setting up this really, really unhealthy cycle. And that's why more than a third of our population is pre-diabetic. I'm just putting it very simply because there's a whole lot of processes that go into play to make this happen. But, you know, that is a key problem in our society right now. And this very directly addresses that. Raspberry ketones. The raspberry berry, you know, berries across the board are amazing food for us to eat. Yeah? Most of us are starting to realize that. So raspberries cause fat to be actually broken up by the body so that it can be metabolized properly instead of stored somewhere, right?
Somewhere.
Great. White kidney bean extract. This is another extraordinary product that does so much in the body. One of the things it does is that, again, it stops the action of a certain enzyme in the body that turns carbohydrates into sugar and then into fat. There's other things in there that this isn't the full ingredient list, but these are some of the key points to give you an idea of how effective this product is, and you know some of the key ways that it works to produce what we've been hearing about. This is the Be Full, which is the meal replacement. So this is something that you make up as a shake. That's that wonderful shaker cup. And you know, I agree with Bert, that is the best shaker cup I have ever used. And I've used a lot of them. So it's easy, and this has a ton of stuff in it. It has a full complement of all your B vitamins. It's got just all kinds of stuff in there that aren't up there. It's got all your omega essential fatty acids are in there. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there that actually make it a full meal replacement. And it tastes good, right? Am I right? Does it taste good?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
You're going to get to sample it as well.
Oh, you guys are going to get to sample it today. Awesome. Yeah, it really tastes good, and that's a key, right? If it doesn't taste good, people are not going to take it. No, right? This is the third part of the program, and this is what's called a cleanse. You take this for the first week of the program. And this starts the process of your body getting rid of whatever's built up in there to stop it working properly. And this also tastes really good, and this has got a lot of really good stuff in it, including our blend of C9 seaweed that's in Body Balance is in here. It's got a whole bunch of stuff in here. So this is the program. It's called BeNEW. These are the 3 products that form the core of the program that people use every day. Now, along with that, we've decided, you know, it's something for people to take a bunch of products. But how about the rest of their life? What about the exercise program? What about the diet? What about having some support to stay stay with it and to be able to say to somebody, oh my God, I lost 10 pounds, right? You're sitting in your living room by yourself, you can't do that. So the company has put together some other pieces that people can tap into as part of doing the BeNEW program. Mitzi Dulan has been called America's nutrition expert. She's very, very well known, especially in the sports circles. She is a nutritionist for some very big name people. And she has come on board as a consultant for LifeForce, and she's put together the meal program, she's put together the exercise program, and we will hear from a couple of people who have been part of that piece as well to see just what they think about it. Everybody I've spoken to loves it. Loves the exercise program, loves the meal replacement program as well as part of this. These are just some of the people that she has been the consultant for. I am not a sports fan, so I really know all of this. Some of you may be familiar with who these people are and what they are. She wrote a book with Tony Gonzalez. She and he wrote this book together called The All Pro Diet. She served as nutrition spokesman for a lot of different companies, and these are just some of them. So she's really, really well known. She's been featured on many different, news channels and talkback radio and talkback television and all kinds of different things. So her nutrition plan is based on a really simple, easy, anybody can do it program. This is not about going out and finding some really weird stuff that you gotta try and eat and incorporate into your diet. And this is using simple, easy, everyday nutritious foods. And the fitness plan, also the same thing. So maybe we'll just stop here and see if some other people are willing to share their experience of this and incorporate, the fitness and the weight loss diet program as part of it, and just see what you think about this. So go ahead, Elijah, you go first.
Okay, my name's Elijah. 6 years ago, I was in the best shape of my life. I was granted fresh out of high school, but during my time in high school, I had been working out at least 6 hours a week, heavy weight training. I weighed about 215 pounds, and I was very lean. Now, to get there, though, I always had to, I build muscle easily, but it always comes with some fat, or always had. This was actually before I'd even been introduced to LifeForce at this time. And so I would do a thing a lot of bodybuilders do, bulk up and then kind of go in a cutting phase. And during the cutting phase, I would always have very little energy, and I would always lose significant muscle mass, but it was what I had to do just to get my body fat down, okay? So fast forward a couple years later, actually June of 2010, I got married. And at that time, my priorities had kind of shifted from high school to that point, and I had lost significant muscle mass. I was only weighing about 190 on my wedding day, but I was still lean, at least. I was still relatively, I thought I was trim, at least somewhat. I didn't have quite the tone I had previously. But then fast forward again, just a few months, actually 1 month ago, I weighed 250 pounds. Now, from the time I weighed 190 to 250, I was not on any kind of regular exercise schedule. So you do the math, but I not only lost a lot of lean muscle in that time, I replaced it with a lot of fat. So taking this product, I have to be honest, I'm kind of a rebel. On the beta test, I was supposed to be kind of following Mitzi's plan with exercise and the foods and stuff. I tried a couple of the meals that Bert made for me. I didn't actually even make any myself, and I didn't really stick to the exercise program. I just kind of kept my life the normal way it had been up until this point, and I lost, and I'm actually a couple weeks behind the other beta testers because I had gotten sick. I rarely ever get sick, but I had gotten sick, and I wanted to start this in good health to give it more of a fair run. So I'm actually a couple weeks behind the other betas, but in 4 weeks, I'm just, completed my 4th week. I have lost a little over 15 pounds. I'm down to the early 230s. But not only that, I have my energy. I have my energy, and I did hit the gym recently just to kind of test the strength stuff. I'm not on a regular schedule with that, but I was amazed at the strength I actually had compared to other times when I'm on a cutting phase. Just incredible. I feel like it's it's just an amazing product. I can't wait to really be on it for the rest of my life.
Awesome.
So, there you have it.
And I'm going to tell my story real briefly. I'm Lydia, as you know, and I am a beta tester. And what I want to just mention, I have lost 7.5 pounds in 5 weeks, and got into some clothes that I had outgrown and didn't want to get rid of. These are one of them. And so just to be able to, how many of you women have things in your closet that you haven't been in for a couple of years and you'd love to get back in it? So that's just a really cool feeling to experience. But what I'm just going to talk about very briefly, because we want to turn it over to Michael and David shortly, but is the food plan that she puts together. She puts together this 30-day recipes for you. So it makes it really simple. And usually when I think of dieting, I think of deprivation of flavor. And I enjoy eating for the flavor of food, not so much for sustenance. But so usually for dieting, I'm not a dieter because I like the taste of food. Well, her recipes are so tasty, but they're nutritional as well. So they're bursting with flavor, and I loved it. I stuck pretty religiously to it for the first month, and I did the workouts. She has an amazing workout plan. I usually try to run 2 to 3 times a week before that with my running partner here, Kathy, and so just to be able to put this into it, oh my word, it's quite strenuous, but it's only 30 minutes. That's what made it doable, because it's only half an hour. So the program does work, and a lot of people here today were not doing the meals religiously, they were not doing the workout religiously, and they still lost weight. So either way, you lose weight on this program.
Wonderful, thank you. So the last piece that we'll cover just very, very briefly before I finish is these support tools. One of the things that is so important is to be able to share what's going on and be able to get feedback, to know that what you're going through is not just you. If we have questions, if we want to celebrate something, if we're feeling like, oh, I didn't lose as much this week as I thought, or whatever is going on, this exercise program's too hard, I can't do it. To be able to share it with other people and get their feedback it's invaluable. And so you become a part of this community. So these are some of the things, and there's more, that the company is creating to have that happen as easily as possible, in as many different ways as possible. And it's really, really exciting. It's bringing the whole thing into the new technological age, so that people are able to do it effortlessly and easily without a whole lot of headache. Yes?
Can I just add to that I lost weight without using any of the technology and support. I lost 8 pounds in 1 month because some people don't have the technology to have this accountability and support. I do have it, but I chose not to use it. So I just wanted to add to that.
Thank you for that.
You can lose weight without having all the accountability and Facebook and everything else.
Right, sure. Yeah, most of it is actually, using your phone. So I'm going to finish there and turn it back over to Lydia.
Okay. Thank you, Chris.